Welcome to the show, folks, and Happy New Year. Wow, I hope you're as jazzed up for another 2026. Wow. All right, folks, today's conversation. Well, first of all, if you don't know me, my name is Mike Asherbrenner, the Redneck Connector, and proud and humble leader of the Hounds of Business community. And you're tuning in to ESPN RVA 106.1 on Mike King Biz Radio. Another year, another day. So, in today's conversation, I couldn't think of one better to lead the new year, folks. For years, I.M. Magazine has created space for women's voices, stories of leadership, healing, resilience, innovation. Now that mission is expanding in a powerful way. And we're talking today with Kevin Vaughn. All right, I'll get it together. I'm still in holiday mode. All right, the launch of the new M.E.N.S magazine. It's a publication focused on elevating men's stories with honesty, depth, and purpose. It's not about competition or comparison, folks. It's about creating space where there hasn't been enough of it yet. So men carry pressure, expectations, and responsibility, mostly in silence. And very few places actually invite them to speak truthfully about it. So my guest today, Kevin, founder of MLT Networks, he's here to share why this movement matters, what inspired men's division of the I.M. magazine, and how storytelling can become a transformational tool when men are finally allowed to be real. So let's roll the intro and get the party started, folks. Thank you for tuning in, radio and live stream. You all are the best.
Looks like your business might be in a bit of a pickle. Don't you worry about a thing. You ain't alone in this. You're just a success story waiting to happen. Trust me on that. Every bump in the road is just an opportunity wearing a clever disguise. Welcome to the Hounds of Business community, where we don't just sit around twiddling our thumbs. Nope. We turn those obstacles into mighty fine stepping stones. This here's a place where high-level entrepreneurs and sharp professionals gather to grow their businesses and mindsets, kind of like how a good old gumbo needs the right ingredients to be something special. Ideas thrive here, and collaborations, well, they're as natural as sweet tea on a hot day. Success, it's a journey, and we're fixing to walk that road right beside you. Now, don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn for all the latest tips and insights. We're talking about the kind of wisdom that'll keep you ahead of the game. And while you're at it, head on over to our YouTube channel. We've got ourselves a treasure trove of videos, from expert interviews to webinars, everything you need to stay sharp in this fast-moving world of business. The Hounds of Business community? Well, we ain't just a network, we're a movement. So why not come on and be part of something bigger? Join us today and let's turn your business journey into a real Southern success story. Together, we'll achieve greatness, just like crawfish and singing on a Friday night.
All right, folks, I'm not even going to ask Kevin if he knows about crawfish and singing on it. Right? This man's international. All right, y'all ready? Let's bring him on. Kevin Vaughn, man, welcome to the show.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year to you. How are you?
Happy New Year, same great redneck, right? That's the mantra.
Amen,
So,
brother. Amen.
man,
I love crawfish, bro, so let you know up front.
There you go. You go out to my neck of the woods. They got a 20-gallon cooler of crawfish.
Yeah.
They take out 90 gallons. I'm like, it's like a clown car out here, man. It's just unbelievable, like a magic trick. So I tell you what, Kevin, I don't want to waste a second here, man. I am so jazzed up for this magazine, the men's launch.
Me too. Yeah, Mike. Good.
Dude, so many hounds. We've been so grateful. We had the ladies on. We've had Jade and Jennifer.
Brilliant authors, the brilliant founders. Yes.
Man. Well, take us from the top. Take a minute or two and just go ahead and tell us how you got involved and how this men's division got launched from the already successful and amazing I.M. magazine that was primarily geared for women. So just give us that little synopsis, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. First of all, Mike, thank you so much for being on your program, man. This is exciting, man. Just excited to know you and to collaborate and to work with you as well, man. Can't wait to see you live one day, man. So it's gonna be great.
Man, I feel the same.
Yeah, can't wait. Hey, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. Mike, one thing, man, is all about networking, man. We've talked about this offline. It's all about collaborations, networking. And prior to COVID, man, we were networking all over the place. You know that. We'd be on the East Coast, West Coast, South, North, wherever we go, out of state, out of country, whatever we had to do. But in that journey, man, we had the pleasure of meeting some wonderful ladies, wonderful people that were tied to the I.M. Magazine network, man. So I won't go out and do any names, Mike, because I may forget somebody, but there was some the people that I knew in Atlanta, Metro Atlanta, ladies and gentlemen, were tied to the I.M. Magazine. And for some reason, my name got in the pot there to talk about bringing in the men. So I don't know how all that happened, to be honest with you, but just networking and being kind and knowing who we were networking with and just being in the moment, Mike, and doing what we do to help men and women, but specifically men, all around the globe. So, Mike, I don't even know how it happened, but we just thank God for you, dear, and Jennifer, who saw something with the MLT network. I love it, man.
I love when she tells it. She says
Yeah.
her version is, and she's the CEO founder, if folks don't know.
Yeah.
She came along and said, you popped up and said, hey, who's leading the new men's magazine? She said, we don't have one. And you said yet or something. And then she's like, hey, that's not a bad idea, because 49% of the readers of the I.M. magazine were men.
Yeah, exactly.
So it made, and now I'm kind of thinking, probably 50% or so would be women readers of the men's magazine.
Exactly.
Because it's just amazing, my friend. So
it was great match, though.
And by the way, shameless plug, folks, you can't accomplish this kind of thing by a traditional system alone, a cold DM, an email. This happens because people know, like, and trust you and say, hey, you need to meet this person. You need to have a talk with them. Here's why. Very intentional. And that's how I met all of you. And we have 80% of the people in the most magazines are hounds now. And we love it. We absolutely love, we promote, we push up. It's like playing a game of ping pong in business, man. You just keep hitting it harder and faster, and everybody elevates. So you've worked in media and conversation building for a very long time.
Yes, sir.
So what did you notice was missing when it came to men's voices?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, too, and for Mike's purpose, I think Mike already knows this guy. I've been in radio. I look back, Mike, and I've been in radio for over 40 years, man. I said, wow. Woo. It's amazing, man. I started out in college working the radio station, the college radio station, Wow. And it was amazing, man, just doing music and, little campus news, things like that. So it was pretty cool, man. But what we found out is that we didn't talk. And real quick, Mike, I'll give you some background about the Men Let's Talk Network.
Please do.
How it happened. When I was working in aerospace here in the Metro Atlanta area, Mike, we used to have Bible studies, man, for the guys only. We had women show up every now and then, but mainly for the guys during lunchtime, man. And we would talk about men issues, right? How to be a better husband, how to be a better man, how to date women, how to take care of your daughter, how to take care of your son, how to manage your money better, how to write a book, all the above, how to, whatever we needed to know about, or just maybe have a voice for guys, right? Just to vent a little bit, right? About what's going on, confidentially.
Because we didn't get instructions for this stuff. We had to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly, man. So we were all trying to just be better men, right? And a good friend of mine, Mike, he has a book called Real Men Don't Play. I love it, man. You can't wait. I need to get you. I need to have you interview him too. He's got a book called Real Men Don't Play. And we said, okay, what's that mean? That means we don't play around on our wives. We don't play around on our family, all the above. So you don't play around your work, your business. So you just do the right thing all the time. So all of that, Mike, came up to where we launched the Men Let's Talk Network. We went to radio in the Atlanta market, man. And then, of course, when this technology like we're on today came out, we said, hey, we can start our own podcast ourselves, right? So we did that. And now we have a global movement like yourself, man, all over the planet. And it just tied into the I.M. Magazine family, man. All of that because we were already talking. We were already networking. We knew how to bring people into the network. And plus, we were helping women and men at the same time with our network. And wow, when we talked to Jennifer and got approval from Jennifer and Yadira, I said, man, it was like moving into another apartment, or something, or another part of the house. You didn't have to do anything different, right? It's amazing. Amazing.
Oh man, see, that's why I love these backstories, because they matter to me. They matter to a lot of people. So because we think we're the only ones that struggle or fall short or have doubts or feel, and we're not. I hate to say it, but even country, suburbs. I mean, a lot of people feel that. Well, I'm not a man if I don't, act tough and all of this stuff. And the truth, we're people, man. And I love this. So on that note, what is, well, I mean, why was it important? Because I've had the pleasure of talking to you several times. I was on your great show. So why is it important that this don't feel like hype and ego and bravado, right?
Right.
Why is it important that we go deeper? Because I had the privilege of seeing and knowing the authors and the contributors.
Right.
Why is it important that we talk about real issues in a real
Right.
productive, transformational way, rather than just, the
Yeah.
surface slush? Why was that important to you?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mike. What a powerful question, man. One of the things, and I have to go back to when we started that Bible study, man. We do things in silence. This is men specifically. We do things in silence. We don't know who to talk to, right? We don't even know who to cry on, cry a shoulder on sometime, right? Because we're supposed to be the man, right? We're supposed to be the man. Mike, we got to handle everything. We got to figure it out. Regardless if you got any way to figure it out, you still got to figure it out. So
That's right. Fake it till you make it.
yeah, exactly, man. So our goal was to find the hidden treasure, right? And we were going in the wrong direction sometime, man, trying to find the treasure. Right? It's amazing. So it's important that we have a place for men that they can talk intelligently, of course, even confidentially. Some stuff was offline because, you don't tell everybody stuff, right, on a network. So we had to have a confidentiality thing going on where guys would tell you something. They don't even tell their wives stuff, man. They was telling us stuff. I'm saying, why don't you go talk to your wife about it, But we had to keep it confidential. So the goal was to make sure we had a voice for the guys, that they could share intimate areas or things that they really needed help on. It could have been money, finances. It could have been how to maybe buy the right next car, how to dress for success, all the above. How come I'm not getting a date with a woman, that type of thing.
Right, real stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff, man. So it was important to have a voice where men can really be men, right? Because Mike, as you know, only way you're gonna be you is be you. I don't know what else to say. You can't fake it in the I can't be Mike. I cannot be you, bro. As much as I love you, I cannot be you. I gotta be me.
It's overrated. Don't be me. No, but I feel what you're saying, and this ain't this extension. This is how I see it. This extension, what's important, what you just described.
Yes, sir.
It's not about, just talking, chatting, victim, gossip. This is talking about pushing each other up. Hey, I'm not alone. Here's some strategies. Here's some inspiration. I went through this too. You're not a special kind of stupid. Let me help you with this. Right. And I love that. This magazine is going to be absolutely a game changer. It's going to change lives. No exaggeration. And so on that note, man, we know, and a lot of people hear about men needing to be strong and pushing through. Whether we're being told that or not, we just kind of do it on autopilot, right? So what does that pressure actually cost men over time, over years and decades? What does that do to us that we may not see it until it's too late or damaged?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a doctor, but, Mike, I think we know what mental illness is, right? Or maybe overstressed or different trauma things happen, over time as well. And those are real things, guys. And we got to be very sensitive to that. And we do thank God for our certified community and medical doctors and all of the above that really understand what's going on with the brain. I had the pleasure of meeting some doctors in Atlanta. And Mike, they said the brain is very complicated, man. They're still trying to figure out why we do certain things, very, very complicated. Even people who practice this stuff don't even know what's going on half the time in our own minds, right? So we got to do our best to figure it out, of course. But it's so important to recognize that everybody has their perspective, right? Everybody has a right to live. Everybody has a right to think the way they want. I think we were talking about that earlier, Mike. Everybody has a way to think the way they want, as long as they don't start harming folks and stuff, right? But you do have a right to think the way you want. So we have to respect that, right? Specifically with the guys, right? We got to be able to respect that, understand that. But guess what, Mike? That takes time, man. You got to take time to know somebody, man. And I think that's what today, bro. I think that's the part, is to develop those friendships and develop those times together. And Mike, one of my favorite books, man, that changed my life was How to Win Friends and Influence People, man. And I think we got to continue to build strong relationships, my friend.
Yeah, and when we get back, after I give a shout out to Mike King and the folks that make this possible, we're gonna dive into that, my friend, because I am not joking. If we don't get 500,000 readers by March, I'll be shocked. I mean, it's gonna happen. We got the right people, the right excitement, and the need out there is unbelievable. So before we tune in and let folks know how they can tap in, support, and help, the men in their lives, businessmen, friends, family, I want to give a huge happy holiday, happy New Year's shout out to the one and only Mike King of Mike King Biz Radio. Woo-wee, man. We're both going international, pushing each other up for a couple of years. And just a sincere gratitude to Mike King. He's so loved that when he goes to the ball games in Virginia, man, they put him on the jumbo. This guy pushes up his community like no other. So You know, thank you, Mike King. Our partnership is like PB and J in the same jar, right? And so, folks, if you're on the radio, go to Men's Magazine launch. You can go to i-m-magazine.com. So it's i-m-magazine.com. Click on the men's division. Soak it in, learn it, read it, share it. All right. And if you want to learn more, if you want to see this live, you want to get some of the links in the comments, you can find us on Hounds of Business on YouTube. You can find me, Mike Asherbrenner, Redneck1 on LinkedIn, or you can send an old school carrier pigeon, my friend, man, weather pending, right? So if you're just tuning in, we are sitting here with Kevin Vaughn. He is the leader of the Men's Magazine division and Men Let's Talk Network. All right. So let's dive into this a little bit. And you can see my country face on this screen with some really, man, unbelievable, accomplished, built from the ground up folks. I'm like Greg Moore. You got Curtis Rivers, Kevin Smith, the Kindness Worldwide. You know, so many folks I don't even know. They're all in this thing. So Men's Magazine talks about redefining strength. Kevin, in your opinion, in your vast experience, man, what does real strength look like in today's world for men?
Yeah, today, Mike, you know, it's all about really finding you. Man, I tell you, the biggest area that I had to work on was me, Mike. I had to find who's Kevin Vaughn first, man. That's the first thing, right? Before you can help anybody, you got to know who you are. So,
it is the hardest battle right there is you versus you.
Exactly, man. So I'm working on that every day. It's not a destination, folks. You got to work on you every day. So, Mike, I'm always excited about I.M. Magazine because I.M. Magazine is a higher calling, as you know, the title it talks about. So it's so important that we encourage men to get to that next level. But you got to find who you are. We want to know, who is Mike? Who are you really, man? And then we work on each other, right? We don't just work on you. We work on each other to get better. We talk about that iron sharpen irons, right? All the time. Yeah. Well, guess what? It takes 2 irons to do that. Don't take one.
Takes have 2. Absolutely.
Exactly. So our goal is to help men all across the globe, guys. Just find who they are, to be who they are, and contribute back to society, to their families, to their businesses, to their work of, you know, whatever they're doing in their community, and just be them. And if we could just be us, Mike, I think the world would be changing overnight, man, once we find out who we are. It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, some people may. I'm not one of those people, and I'm not alone. I don't look for perfection. I look for real and useful, and you know, somebody who came from, you know, messed it up and come back and reinvented things.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's kind of what to expect. But as I started writing this, I'll be completely vulnerable. April Wyatt in the comments, this one's for you. When I started writing this, man, I stopped saying, I don't know if I should be doing this. So on that note, and I'll explain why, but why? How does this magazine challenge the old idea that vulnerability weakens leadership, especially in men?
Yeah. Yeah, that area specifically is what they call a fallacy, Mike. That's a fallacy, man. I can only use me, man. It literally makes you weak, makes you stronger, man. When you understand your weaknesses and then fix those and work on those, it actually makes you stronger, man. It's amazing. That's why I said it's so important, Mike, that men all across the globe find out who you really are, man. And there's a good book that says that the Creator God knew you before time began, man, before he created everything. And guess what, Mike? I said, okay, if God knew me before I was born and before my parents were born and all the history of my family, what does that look like? What is that all about? You know, so God already knew me. I don't know me, so I got to be in pursuit of finding me. So, and then help somebody else do the same thing. So, Mike, it's exciting that we find ourselves, but that area of weakness, I think that's the wrong word. I think we're just trying to find ourselves. It's not a weakness. It's just that we got to find ourselves, man. You know, that's it.
I do know. Yeah. And that's why I kept writing. I was like, you know, this ain't about me. This is about someone like me who thinks they're alone. And I have the ability to save them 5 years of challenges and headache and all this crap. And, you know, and that's what it is. And so, you know, let me ask you this, because, man, I wish you're going to be on tomorrow. So, folks, if you're loving this convo, you want to take a deep dive, have a fireside chat extension of this conversation, we're going to have some of the contributors. We're going to have Jennifer Thompson, the chief editor. Man, we're going to chop it up. So that's tomorrow on YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So what kind of men, I've been wanting to ask you this, what kind of men do you hope will see themselves in these pages, right? The founder, the father, the quiet leader, the guys trying to still figure it out. Who is it that you really hope gets this message and inspired by this?
Yeah, Mike, as you know, this is a global network, and we really accommodate everybody who wants to be a part of it, and those who want to network with us, if you will, collaborate, or if you will, just want to learn. How about this? Make another friend, right? They may just want to meet a Mike,
Yeah.
or Kevin, as well, because they may not have a friend, right, like that. That's okay, and we've done that, Mike, all across the globe, as you know, as well, with other people that we haven't even met yet. So the goal really is just to network, collaborate, get to know you, that type of thing. That's probably the best word right there, Mike, is get to know you. What are you all about? That's going to take a little time, right? Take a little time. And some guys may not want you to do that. And that's okay. We just keep it moving, right? So it's all about really reaching out, having good content, right? Good collaborators, good. We're going to talk about some great topics, guys, that you guys will be helping us with as well. Topics that nobody wants to talk about that we're going to talk about as well. And things we're going to have solutions. We're going to have key people like Mike on talking about, how can we fix this particular area, because we have a question in that area. So Mike is all about really communication, man, and talking, working it out together, and just trying to fix stuff, but doing it together. And like you said, it's not about me, it's about them. And when you find other people, man, you can find yourself, Mike, I believe too.
Daggum straight. I never in a million years thought I'd be doing this. Folks like you and bringing other people. It's not even about me. And that's the fun part. That's the most transformational, spoiler alert, inspiration, is that when folks like me and us say we can do it, you can do it, people actually believe it, right? But because they see that we're not perfect. We didn't have an impact.
Right.
We're just people trying to figure it all out and messing up all the way around, from here to Sunday. And who knows why we get indoctrinated with garbage, but for those people who are going, there's got to be more. There's got to be another way. There's got to be. I'm stuffing stuff down, and I want it to come out. I want it to be productive. I want to have an impact, leave a legacy. I want to do something. But that fear is real. That self doubt. We don't want to talk about self doubt.
Yeah.
But what else would hold people back that are capable of greatness? And I've lived it. You've lived it. These men in this magazine have lived it.
Yeah.
And so let me ask you this. What do you believe happens when men realize that they're not alone in their struggles or their growth? What kind of change does that create in their self, their family, community, worldwide? I mean, we're seeing it together. But in your opinion, what happens when they realize I'm not alone? I'm not defective. Struggle's part of it.
Yeah, great question, Mike. One of the first things I can only reference myself is that you get mentally strong. That's the first thing, man. You get mentally stronger, man. And guess what, folks? To do that, you got to read more, right? Mike, it's important that we read the right books, right? It could be audio today. You don't have to read everything, right? You can listen to everything, which is good too as well. And the other thing, Mike, how about this, Mike? I know you're going to love this one. How about surrounding ourselves with other great people, man? How about that
that's the cheat code to success over here, my friend.
Change the people you hang around, right? I am not a chicken. You're in the chicken farm, but you're an eagle. Guess what you got to do? You got to get around other eagles, folks. No doubt about it in that area. I think that's probably the biggest one too, Mike, that we surround ourselves as men with other great men, billionaires, millionaires, thousandaires, guys who have 15 billion people following them every week or something, whatever it takes. Doctors, lawyers, people who are at the top of their game all across the globe. Those are the type of people. Guys that own 5 yachts. I want to know, how'd you do that? So that's important too, Mike, to hang around the right people and have the right influences as well, but also getting that mental area stronger, buddy. There's so many ways you can do that.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because this is not a pitch slappy sales thing, an infomercial. These are real people just laying it out there, man. It's like peacock feathers, like you just said, man. I'm not trying to track dogs and whatever. I'm sitting there going, hey, anybody who sees this, you relate to it, well, then let's talk, right? That's the whole point. So, and by the way, you said eagles and chicken coops, man. I got to find it. If you all know, send me a DM. This guy, he said that it was one of the most rawest videos. He said, you can't find eagles in a chicken coop. Like, he was really passionate. I got to find this video, y'all. I ain't seen it in years. But it changed my life. It really was. Before I could even capture that, it's always stuck in me. And that's what I'm looking for. Even if somebody gets the message today, it may not resonate, but man, next year, the year after, who knows? It's a seed. It plants. As long as you plant it, it probably grows. So on that note, let's wrap it up, man. I could keep you here forever. And folks on the radio, thank you for tuning in. Go to I-M-A-M-magazine, all right, .com, and you can go and find the men's division, all the contributors, support, download it, get on the list. They don't spam. So last couple questions. All right. So for somebody picking up this men's division magazine for the first time, what do you hope that they'll walk away feeling, not just thinking or not just taking away? What do you hope that will happen from this for a lot of men?
Yeah, one of the things, Mike, for sure, is that guys, we have similarities, right? Men around the globe have similarities, guys, and we just got to talk about it, right? We got to express it maybe a little bit, or just make a friend. This is probably the biggest one, Mike, is just make a friend, right? We just want to know, Mike, I just want to, hey, guys, just want to hang out. We can have some coffee, go to Waffle House, whatever we got to do. The goal is to develop those friendships, folks. That's probably the biggest thing today that people are missing, is having friends. As you know, there's nothing wrong. I love animals, but people are buying animals instead of making a friend with a human being. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, folks, let's have more friends than animals in the house, if that's possible. But it's all good, Mike. It's all good. But the goal, guys, is to really just learn from each other, Mike. That's what it's all about, man. Find out the nuances, the strengths, and even the weaknesses, as you mentioned earlier, where we can just iron sharpens iron, man. And believe me, we get better every time we listen to somebody in Norway, UK, South Africa, Africa, Asia, wherever men are, Mike, we are going to benefit from that exposure, man. No doubt about it.
International, man, because even though people have differences, they should be proud of that. They should celebrate that.
Oh, absolutely.
We're all human, and that ties us together, right? And that's it may be hard to say in words, but we're showing it every day, my friend. So final question, just in the last minute. If this magazine does exactly what we hope and know it will do, and what changes for men 5 years from now? In general, as a whole, what would be that vision, right? That we'd like to see this happen over a period of time. What is it?
Yeah, I think, Mike, for sure, if you're a married man, I think your marriage will get better. If you're a family man, your family is going to get stronger. You're going to have better direction, right, on how to raise your children, right, specifically. Even maybe talk to your grandchildren or great-grandchildren, right, Mike? Also, too, if you're in business, Mike, I think it's going to take your business to another level. If you're working for an employer, right, you're going to be a better employee. You may get a raise or maybe get a new promotion out of that. Never know. But most of all, I think, Mike, for sure, that what we call mental strength, right? You are going to be a better person. I believe that. You're going to grow in an area that only you will recognize and know. We won't even know. You'll know for sure that, hey, I've got stronger in this area based on I.M. Magazine input and also collaborations and also the just being involved in the magazine, guys. You're going to be a better person, I believe, just from the type of people like Mike and others being on this platform. So, Mike, I think the mental side of it is going to be stronger, man. We're going to have a better self-esteem, better attitude, and most of all, a better direction as well in our lives.
Daggum straight. No doubt at all, my friend. And by the way, I want to give you all a shout out because the generosity behind this is insane, right? So the founders, the editors, Jennifer, Jade.
Brilliant. We love them.
Man, we got Agape Garcia. All right. She's on the cover now. She's got the Confronting DV, right? Combating domestic violence. I mean, folks, get involved. Get involved. Reach out to me, reach out to Kevin, download. You can do this. You should do this. The world needs people like us to stand up, take action. Yes, even the ones that are crusty, not perfect, and self-doubt. You get up, right? Join us, all right, and become your best self. That's the calling card. So, Kevin, appreciate you, man. Your all the things you do, especially over the holidays, especially the ladies that are running this thing, and from the very beginning. All the hounds, all the supporters, all the folks on the radio, Mike King. Hey, this year is ours, my friend. Let's get after it. And Keith, we will see you tomorrow on the panel, my friend.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh my goodness. I don't even want to stop, but I got to, man. They only gave me 30 minutes, so I'll take it. So we'll see you tomorrow, folks. Don't forget to go to i-m-magazine.com. Share it. Share this, and people will love you for it, my friend. So be good. We'll see you on the next one. All right. We got Miss Pennsylvania on, all right. Victoria with
Wow, Mike.
Yeah,
wow.
We're going to Podfest. So we got the one and only April Wyatt. She'll be hosting Miss Pennsylvania. Get ready for that one, folks. So we'll see you on the next one. Be good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, sir.
Thank y'all for stopping by. Be sure to follow, share, and like, and send me a message if you had fun today. Y'all come back now.